Hey everybody, RC here. I want to give you a quick tip on adding double crunch and triple crunch to a picture. Take a look. So you have this one picture here and you're like, all right, well, this would be really cool if it had a certain amount of clarity, right? So you grab this clarity and you bring it over here and you're like, okay, that's cool. But what if you want more, right? Your presence only really goes up to that specific amount. Well, why don't you do this? Grab your gradient tool. Once you have a gradient tool set, come all the way down here to the bottom, just off the image, and click and drag. Sometimes I like to hold on the shift key just to keep it straight. It makes a straight line there, and now you're applying an effect. If you want to reset all of these different effects, just double click on the word effect here, and that resets everything out. Now I can grab this and grab the clarity, and that's 200. Now, if I want more, click on new, click down here, hold on the shift key. I'm going to reset this effect and 300. So super clarity. Now I'm going to go over here, click on new again. I'm going to put one more down here. I'm going to reset this effect, and this one's actually going to be a highlight drop and a saturation drop. Now in no time flat, I've been able to make a cool black and white, and you don't really have to. I mean, really the point of all of this stuff is if your sliders only go to a specific amount, right, you can add more to it by grabbing this gradient and doing it down at the bottom. The reason that works is because the gradient takes an effect and it basically steeps it from one portion of the screen to another, right? So if you were to look at it this way, I'm going to make a new gradient, right? And I click on the gradient and I go from here to here, right? The effect is basically take whatever it is that you're doing here. In this case would be, let's say, I'm going to grab this and I'll just make a highlight drop, right? So it says take the highlight drop and start it from here, this -100, and then fade it out over time to the bottom of this. Well, it starts here and ends here. So that means that anything above this line has this effect here at 100. So if you were to just take that and move that all the way down here, then basically anything above that line has this effect. So it's a little way to be able to kind of get around it and gives you a way to add effects over time inside of Lightroom to create your own special effect.